Hello everybody, how are you? Good to be here. A little bit cloudy on the screen, just hang on one second. Slightly better. There you go. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. It's the start of the weekend for many people. And I hope you're enjoying it. Here in Gloucester, we have the start of, believe it or not, the Christmas fairs that are on every weekend all the way up to Christmas. I am working on those as I did last year, if you remember. So that's all good. And so today is Friday the 10th of November. And as I have said on this, behind the scenes, and what I wanted to talk to you today about is really what's been going on behind the scenes as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Yes, we are always pushing forward with up-to-date things, but the real work, guys, is happening without us even seeing this. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, is to try and give you an idea of what happens. Now, in all businesses, the end result is because of the amount of work that has gone into things before you see the end result. You probably see it yourselves in whatever you do, and within your workplace or even what you do online. Then delayed gratification as far as the work that you put in today is going to be the fruits of your labor in time to come. This is exactly the same with ONPASSIVE. All the work that they're doing behind the scenes is to be for the future of what's going on. And where we're at right now and the things that they are doing behind the scenes is because of where they are going to be in the future, i.e. the collaborations with Jitex, the collaborations that they're having with Supercars Magilist, with the events team and the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, also the new offices in Egypt, and also behind the scenes, as we were told by our CEO on ONPASSIVE 360, the 3 new offices that are going to be opening around the world. Now, did you notice when he mentioned the 3 new offices that are going to be announced to us? He said, we are not announcing them until they are fully staffed, operational, and kitted out with all the furniture. I think this is a really good move. Why? Because of, I suppose, people's perception, expectation of hearing what's going on, and then down the line, if they not feel that it's come to fruition in a timely manner, they start asking questions. Where is it? We were told this, and all the rest of it. A lot's been learned on the ONPASSIVE journey as far as the company is concerned, and one of the things they've had to learn, and because of mistakes that have been made as far as releasing information, is that people's expectations and timelines in their own minds is not of those of the company. And if you listen to Mufareh and you understand what he is saying, this is why he keeps reiterating time and time again, if I say it, it is a done deal. Why is he telling us this? Because he wants to reassure us that if he said it's going to happen, it is going to happen. It might not be within the timelines that you are comfortable with, but as far as ONPASSIVE, the company, is concerned, they are a done deal and they are going to happen. And mistakes have been learnt from the company because of people's frustrations and misinformation and all sorts of things, that now they don't tell us of new things that are coming our way until it actually happens. That way it relieves the anxiety and stress of people waiting or wanting, and so it's much better for them to go down this route. And the 3 new locations, which will be announced when they are live and active, is a very exciting thing for ONPASSIVE. Why? Because it means we're expanding. It means we are moving across the globe. We are not just in the locations that we know about, which is India, Singapore, Dubai, United States. We know that there's other locations coming along as well. Hang on a second. Just turning that off. So very exciting times as far as that is concerned. Also behind the scenes, if you were listening to our CEO on Wednesday, he was talking about the things that we need to own the internet. And when he means own the internet, he means with the model that we are trying to achieve here. He mentioned about the single sign-on and the ecosystem. We have that already. That works absolutely fine, and it's something that we're really happy with, used to it. We know how to navigate around it, and we know where things are in it. That is a very important first step. Also, we need to be in a position where we own our own data, i.e. having a data center large enough to facilitate the amount of people that use our products and services and house that data within it. But also on top of that, guys, having a big enough data center so that we can then outsource to other companies like AWS do. They are one of the large, in fact, they are the largest data center on the internet, and many businesses host their cloud hosting through AWS services. ONPASSIVE will be doing the same thing, guys. They will be outsourcing, and other companies will be using our data centers to host their businesses on the cloud. Again, another source of income for ONPASSIVE. Also with this, we will have our own registration, as in domains, which means that companies will be able to register their domains on our data center, move across from wherever they are at the moment, and host their sites on us, including all of us. We get our own domain names with that, if you remember, with ODomain. That's another thing we need to make sure we have. This is being worked on now behind the scenes all the time. We were told on Wednesday that this portion of the data centers will be finished and ready to go in the first part of 2024. Another thing he mentioned was having our own banking. Now, when you talk about banking, people automatically think about cash points, they think about depositing money and all the rest of it. Those of you who are out there, and there's probably many thousands who already use internet banking, know that it's not about high street branches. It's not about cash points or anything like that. It's a place where we can put our money and we can move it, withdraw it, and use it all virtually online. This is what is going to be coming our way as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Our CEO said this will be ready by the end of this year. What is happening in the interim is we are using a third-party merchant. Our CEO said because of the volume that has been going through ONPASSIVE, to make sure that it doesn't crash again, they are having to manually make sure that everything is correct. This has slowed things down a lot, guys. It will get quicker as we get more efficient with it as well, to the point where it will become bulk paying in and bulk paying out. So please bear with us whilst we get through this little bit as far as the merchant is concerned. So a lot of good things are coming our way as far as that is all concerned. We have the products in place. These have been worked on behind the scenes once again to a point where they have been stowed away, ready to be launched. Until the merchant part is sorted, we are not in a position to release any more paid products. OVerify is going to still be coming this year, along with the KYC that's involved with that. That is free to anybody who is in the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, and it's also going to be a B2B external paid product for other businesses. So lots and lots are happening, guys, behind the scenes. Just because we might not physically be seeing it within the websites or the ecosystem or even our own founders back office doesn't mean to say that the company are not working tirelessly to be able to put things in place for us moving forward. It really is a done deal. And I was saying this yesterday when I was on with Marty and I was reading through the notes, is that when we have got something of this magnitude and so big, it's never going to be plain sailing. If you want to listen and read about other businesses of what they have had to go through to get to where they are, and I'm talking about most of the major businesses, if you want a good read, just read the evolvement of Zoom from the early days to not even where it is now. But they would have failed 3 years after they had launched. You know, they launched with their product, it was very glitchy and all the rest of it, and it's only because they had a large influx donation from a third party of money about 3 years in that they managed to survive and then to push forward. Obviously the pandemic made them a household name, but prior to that their usership was, quite frankly, not very high. It was the pandemic that really was the icing on the cake for Zoom, because of people needed to have virtual connectivity. And now obviously everybody is very much more au fait and used to be able to look into a screen and to talk. My dad, for instance, uses FaceTime with me all the time. Was it a bit alien for him at the beginning? Sure it was, and it's same with every single person on here now. You know, talking in front of a camera when you first start it isn't a very comfortable experience. Why? Because not only are you looking at yourself, but you're more importantly listening to yourself. And I can assure you, and I think I'm 100% correct in saying this, is nobody likes the sound of their own voice when they are listening to it through their speaker. It's something that you get used to, and it's something that you sort of understand how it all works. But to make that step to do it, for many people, they don't like it, they don't want to use it, but because they have been forced into it because of the pandemic, then now they are okay with it and they are very au fait with it. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that just because we're not seeing it on externally here within our ecosystem, and just because we might not be going as quickly as you like, doesn't mean to say everything behind the scenes is not being worked on tirelessly to make sure that we are going to be in a very good position. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of that founder position. All you need is one. We've said this many times, and our CEO will make sure that they are looked after. On another note, I know because many people are starting to reach out to me that we are in November. I said it's November the 10th, and many of us activated our OConnect accounts in those early days, and that clock is now ticking down, and it will show 20 days left or whatever it will say before it has to be reactivated once again, i.e. paid for once again. Guys, I am convinced, and I am 99.999% sure that this will be extended. So please do not worry about that at the moment with OConnect. Okay, I'm sure that our CEO will give us some really good news as far as that is concerned. Extend that timeline maybe for another 3 months. I do not know. So do not worry about that. Okay, don't stress about it. I'm sure that his game plan is to make sure that everybody who has activated their accounts do not have to go out of pocket again. That has always been the game plan. Okay, pay once, okay, for your subscription. We've had that back. Pay once to activate your account and you do not have to go out of pocket again. I'm sure that's the game plan. This is just me saying this, but that's always been how it's been, and I am convinced that he will be bringing something to the table of that nature. So spread that around. Please make sure that people stop stressing about it. I cannot see that the people who have activated it will have to go out of pocket again to renew their subscriptions. Okay. That's about it from me for today, guys. I'm working over the weekend, so no live from me tomorrow or Saturday. And then Monday, we will be doing Monday Fun Day, but the probability is it will be later on. Instead of being at 11, it's more likely to be at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that will be 6 o'clock for us in the UK. Obviously, I'll post that out on Monday morning. All right. And then you can join us at a later date. We're looking after the grandkids. We've got to pick them up from school. Okay. So it will be probably at a later date for Jane and I. That's cool. That's it from me for today. Have a great weekend and we will see you all on Monday. That's it. Bye for now.